about where we were exactly 25 years ago. Look at this photo of the Kyocera VP210, a silver brick with a tiny screen and a physical keypad. Back then, this device represented the absolute limits of visual communication. Or check out this picture from a Burger King. Getting online meant sitting down at a public station, waiting for a dial-up connection, and literally tethering yourself to a wall while you ate lunch. Today, we stream high-definition video from watches while walking down the street. The leap from those heavy desktop rows to our current devices happened in a blink, and that momentum is accelerating. The devices we rely on right now will look prehistoric another 25 years down the line. With innovation moving at that speed, we have to map out what the reality of 2050 will actually look like. Are we steering toward a highly efficient society or a high-tech struggle for resources? To figure that out, we need to examine the coming changes at every level. We're going to start in the palm of your hand, pull up to the city grid, and go to the edge of the solar system. Let's start at the personal scale. By 2050, AI will have evolved far past the chat boxes and search engines we use today. You will have a digital colleague, a system that actively manages your complex logistics, drafts your emails, and anticipates your schedule before you even ask. With algorithms handling the tedious, repetitive tasks, your daily focus shifts. Human labor gets redirected away from spreadsheets and toward creative problem-solving and long-term strategy. This digital intelligence eventually moves from managing your external schedule to monitoring your internal systems. By connecting your personal assistant to constant internal sensors, the technology evolves into what we call the personalized doctor. AI will monitor your vital signs at the molecular level, identifying subtle anomalies and predicting illnesses long before you ever feel sick. But that incredible foresight comes with a steep cost. To predict those illnesses, massive corporations or governments will hold a continuous stream of your most intimate biological data, creating severe privacy vulnerabilities for every single citizen. Then there is the immediate economic reality. As AI takes over administrative and logistical labor, millions of traditional roles will disappear. Whole industries will hollow out faster than workers can retrain. So daily life in 2050 will be highly efficient and customized. But to survive the transition, society will need new definitions of what it means to work and who owns our physical data. If we pull our view outward to the community level, the static concrete environments we live in today will operate as living, interconnected ecosystems. The gridlock of current highways will be replaced by automated, hyper-fast green transport networks. Vehicles will communicate instantly with each other and the infrastructure, eliminating traditional traffic jams. The buildings themselves will do heavy lifting for the environment. This diagram shows a cross-section of a future smart building. Notice how the airflow pathways actively absorb carbon particles from the atmosphere and convert them into usable energy for the structure. All this brilliant engineering is necessary because by 2050, we must aggressively manage the permanent climate damage we've already locked into the atmosphere. The storms will be stronger and our coastlines will look different. These cities are survival machines. In 2050, urban infrastructure serves as our primary defense, actively working to mitigate a century of environmental mistakes. Let's expand the view one last time, past the atmosphere. By 2050, the space economy will operate as a functional, bustling industrial sector, leaving the era of isolated scientific probes far behind. Look at this image of a massive lunar crater. This is the stark terrain where we will establish permanent inhabited bases. The goal here is resource extraction, mining the moon's surface to fuel industries back on Earth. From there, humanity takes the next ambitious leap. This full view of Mars represents our first true interplanetary stepping stone. We'll be setting up sustained outposts on the red dirt, proving that humans can live millions of miles from home. Getting there involves massive hurdles. The financial costs are astronomical, and right now, low Earth orbit is filling up with dead satellites. That space debris is a rapidly rising danger that could threaten all orbital travel if we do not clear it. Space is going to transition from a wide open frontier into a congested industrial zone. We will need strict cosmic traffic laws and heavy regulation just to keep the orbital lanes open and fully functioning. The total human experience in 2050 is defined by these three interconnected scales: hyper-personal AI networks, climate-defending cities, and a sprawling orbital economy. While specific challenges like climate shifts are already in motion, the final outcome for 2050 is still being written. We are working within strict environmental constraints, but the way we deploy and regulate these tools will define how we live. Securing the best-case scenario means we have to make hard choices right now. We must actively fund green infrastructure, build the smart networks, and regulate AI and biological data. We are not passive passengers waiting for the calendar to turn. The tools to construct 2050 require active architects to pick them up today.